It's a lot harder than what people think.
No.
Oh yeah.
Everything is, even though being a realtor.
I ran down yesterday to Rittner property just to drop a roll with the guy who was there for he was there for 4 days and we left
needed 4 rolls.
We left him 2 full rolls of toilet paper. It's like, yo, if you got, you got you know what I mean, and you need to wipe your like, yo, I only could supply you so
go
much.
out and get some toilet
But you know what? Then you have to put the downside.
Then they leave a bad review.
You gotta worry about getting dinged on the review. You know.
Hi, welcome to Elm Street. I'm so sorry. I gotta get it out of me. Okay. Welcome to Elm Street. An informative yet entertaining pod chat about life in the real estate market, life in Philly, life as a mom, and everything in between. This is such a hot topic, and I definitely think that this is something that people want to hear more about. Today's episode has been brought to you by Deluxe Hospitality. You can find all their information in the description, and the next time you're thinking about Airbnb, you have to give them a call.
1/3 of Deluxe Hospitality, and we are a property management company that specializes in short-term rentals. Deluxe Hospitality is made up of myself and my 2 business partners, Anthony and Paul. We've all had extensive backgrounds in the hospitality business. Myself for 15 years. Paul and Anthony have also owned several places throughout the city, one being Hefe Tacos down in Fishtown.
Awesome. I have to get there, get some margaritas.
Definitely very, very well known, excellent food. They're located at Marlboro and Frankfurt.
Awesome.
And Anthony also was involved in the real estate business. He had about 7 or 8 properties that he was doing a few long-term rentals and a few short-term rentals, Airbnbs. And basically he had another management company that was managing his properties, and he was unhappy with the way they were being ran. So he came up with the idea to start them himself.
Awesome.
But basically with other business ventures and being a father of 2 young girls at home and having a family and all, he realized that he needed a little bit of help. So he came to me and his brother Paul basically asked us to get involved, which I was looking to get out of the hospitality business. Hospitality, there's no such thing as weekends.
Right.
70, 80 hours a week, stuff like that. So we started out with his properties as 8 properties, and we realized, hey, listen, this is something that, we enjoy doing and that we're really good at. So let's try to offer this service to, other homeowners.
Interesting. So we're actually sitting in my sister's Airbnb, which you don't even know the story yet. Can't wait for you to hear it.
She never told me this.
So this is exciting because I actually connected you with my sister, and it's about 2 years now almost?
March will be 2 years.
Wow, that's crazy. Time flies. So I connected you with my sister because she was looking for an investment. She's in school right now. She wanted something that was going to have, a little bit of income coming in when she was at school. And it has been great. You guys have done a wonderful job. And story of it is, one day I went out with her looking at homes. We were all over Philadelphia, majority in like Point Breeze area. And on the way home to drop me off, I go down the street and I look and there's a sign. And it's like hanging off. It's not even like an actual sign on the wall. And I'm like, oh my God, this house. I'm like, pull over. And she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, just pull over. We walk in and we were just wowed. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know the price. I called the agent. It just had fallen through. So it was not even active on the MLS. Such a crazy story. I literally was front seat, sitting there. I look over and I'm like, what is this house? And I found out that the price was a lot more than what she was in the budget for. But after we walked through it, I saw the vision of what it could be potentially because of the staircase, the fact that it was 3 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, huge basement. And I was like, this is what you're looking for. And you're going to have to take the risk because it's going to be, it's going to be worth it. So that's pretty much the story. She was a nervous wreck at the settlement table, like looking at me like, oh my God, are you sure? And now you're welcome.
Yeah, and when we first took it over to everyone, she was when we first visited with her here. she was a little bit nervous and
Right.
asking a lot of different questions and all and stuff like that. Even, with the Ring camera out front, keeping the eye on the Ring camera. Hey, Christian, there's this, there's that. Now, I don't even hear from her,
Right.
And I guess she was a little bit nervous about having different people come in and out
Right.
of home, stuff like that. And basically, the house pretty much looks as it did when we took it over in March of 22.
Yeah, and I can attest to that. I know that you guys helped with like design the basement, things like that. I did help her pick out the furniture. Like I
And
wouldn't.
did a good job. That couch downstairs
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah, she did that one, but I did up here and like helped her and just told her, yeah, that couch sleeps a lot of people. I tried to see the vision, but you guys, help with all that. You get the property ready.
Sure. So if you're a homeowner and you're looking to get into the Airbnb business, you would contact us, and one of us will come basically and check out the home, basically tell you what you need, ask you, what your budget is, and basically, we walk you through the licensing part of it.
That's
as well.
important. Yeah.
My business partner Anthony, he'll take care of all the licensing for you, stuff like that. And then if the place needs to be furnished, we'll come in, we'll furnish it, we'll work around your budget. If it's already furnished, we'll basically just tell you what else it needs to make it a little bit more appealing to people. And that's basically it. And then we have a professional photographer come in, take pictures of the home, we list it, and and we're off and running.
Yeah, the one thing that my sister mentioned that I thought was awesome is that if you get someone that has a Philadelphia license to call and say they're renting, you do ask questions like, why do you need to rent this? You don't just say, oh, yeah, you do filter the person that's coming into the home.
Oh, yeah, we always, when someone makes a request on, say, Airbnb, we're on several different websites, VRBO, Expedia.com, Booking.com, Furnish Finder, Airbnb. So what happens is when someone goes to make a reservation, we'll always look at the profile, see how many reviews they have, if they have any reviews at all, where they're coming from, and then we basically screen where you're coming from, how many people, the reason for your stay, and stuff like that. As long as you ask the right questions and you're not just being a greedy money, I would say, everything that comes in. There's times we have reservations for $3,000, $2,000, and we've declined, because potential party risk or whatever. But for the most part, we've been doing this for almost 2 years. We're super hosts. Being a super host on Airbnb requires you to have a 4.8 rating or higher out of the 5.
Wow.
We currently have a 4.84, 4.85.
That's awesome.
We have over 1,625 listed reviews. That's not including the guests that don't leave the reviews. So in almost 2 years' time, we have got about 2,000 saves so far.
Yeah.
And we've never had any major problems with it.
That's awesome. And you're basically doing the work that the homeowner does not feel like doing. You're taking off that stress, anxiety. Oh, I have to get the cleaner over there. I have to do this and that. You're handling all of the, so annoying stuff.
No, we'll just say you're a homeowner and you're looking for a bigger return. So say, for example, you have a long-term tenant. You're making $1,500, $2,000 a month off the rent, and you're looking for a little bit more money in your pocket. Maybe you want to purchase another home. Maybe you want to pay off the home that you're in quicker, or whatever you need extra money for. Instead of dipping into your own pocket at the end of the year, paying more mortgage, taxes, and everything, we will come in and we will guarantee a bigger return than what you're getting.
Right. And then you guys work from the Poconos all the way to the Jersey Shore.
Sure. We have we started out here in Philadelphia with maybe like 10 properties, and we just basically by word of mouth, you can gaining other properties as we go along. We have 3 properties up in the Poconos currently, and we have 5 down the shore, different shore boroughs: Ocean City, Margate, and Wildwood.
That's awesome. That's the main shore points. And that is something that people don't even realize that they could take advantage of, like your secondary home, your Poconos house. If you're not putting that on Airbnb, you're missing out big time. I know I've rented personally, and I couldn't believe how much we paid for the week of like New Year's Eve. Oh my God, it was crazy. And then down the shore too, if you're comfortable with allowing that, you can pay off your mortgage for the year.
Yeah, look, if you have a vacation home that you only frequent for a week or two at a time in the summertime or throughout the year, that's a good chance to put a little bit of extra money in your pocket.
Right.
Airbnb, and people pay, premium dollar for property up the Poconos or even
Right.
shore and stuff.
I even just told someone, like, if you go on vacation in the month of August, put your house up, get your money,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's better than either have it sit dormant and not
Right.
do anything with it, or make a little bit of extra money. As long as you have the right hosts and they're monitoring your property and paying attention to what's going on, and they always visit the property and stuff like that, you'll be okay. And that's where that's what we do. People think, when they get into the Airbnb business, they'll be able to do it themselves. Whereas, long-term rentals, it's
different.
it's just basically some.
Yo, but it's the South Philly hands are coming out.
Did I mess that up? I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Whoop, I didn't say it there.
No, it's fine.
Is that good?
I said to be intimate, but not that.
Yeah, I'm gonna owe
This
it
is
that.
only your first date, Christian.
Yeah, I'm gonna owe the microphone dinner. Jeez.
Oh, you could put that on the blooper reel. But that's where we come in. Someone like a long-term renter, they basically call you once or twice a month. Hey, you got a leak in the roof. Hey, the door handle broke or something like that. Whereas in a short-term rental, it's all about you're a lot
So yeah.
Someone might call you at 2:00 in the morning. Hey, and I need toilet paper. No, or hey,
How much toilet paper do you need? Jeez.
some of the different some of the stories we get from some of these renters are crazy. But basically with the Airbnb, you supply everything: ball feed, towels.
And you guys handle all of that.
We handle all that stuff. The scheduling for the cleaners, the back and forth. Like I had somebody call me. Matter of fact, today from Moorgate, the gentleman just messaged me, said, "Hey, what day's the trash day? It's on Wednesdays." Well, the tenants from the week before didn't take the trash out. So I have someone going down there to just pour your trash to the curb. Sometimes you don't want to ask the tenant.
But this is the phone calls that the owner isn't getting. And that is the point of your service.
Yep, so exactly.
So, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Definitely contact Deluxe Hospitality if you are thinking of, putting your house on Airbnb, investing in Airbnb, or just trying to figure out another way. I mean, right now, Philly, the market's a little it's a little tough. Sure. It's not easy. The Jersey, forget it. They're up in one day, they're gone. You don't really have to worry as much. But in Philadelphia, there's a lot of opportunity, and it's a great place to come and visit. There's a lot to do. There's my sister's Airbnb was booked by like the Taylor Swift concert. She said it was crazy. Yeah, the Swifties were in here. The glitter was everywhere.
It's everywhere. Yeah.
The cleaner had to you had to pay double for cleaning because.
I'm 1/3 of Deluxe Hospitality, and we are a property management company that specializes in short-term rentals.
In Philly, the opportunity you have is, there's a million concerts, a million events. Our sports are just, we're in the best position. Hopefully somebody can give us a championship this year, please God, because it's been a long time and we
more
need
money
it.
in my pocket.
Exactly. I told my sister, I think she missed the World Series or something one year, but last year, I think the year before last, she missed it. And I was like, oh, you missed the opportunity. But, hopefully this year it'll work out. And that's the option that you have as a Philly homeowner. If it's not working out to rent it out, you have to call Deluxe Hospitality and see what they can do to possibly, put your home on Airbnb for sure.
And to touch on what you were just saying about the area and stuff like that, people don't realize there's a lot going on in the city. It's one of the most historic cities, so there's a lot of travel, a lot of tourists.
I mean, the debate was here last.
Yeah, definitely.
I was actually surprised nobody stayed here.
Yep.
But yeah.
And then there's the you have all kinds of medical conferences, all because you got places like CHOP,
Right.
University of Penn, and Jefferson. So there's always a lot of medical conferences, stuff like that. A lot of concerts going on at the different different stadiums and stuff like that, or even down in Fishtown. It's the one main draw in Fishtown. I'm drawing a blank on it now, but there's always concerts in Fishtown, and people always contact us about the home because they're going to a concert. Or basically, there's people that just visit their families for weddings and stuff like that.
That may have relocated since COVID and they need to come back and just, have a space. So yeah, I mean, I hope that in 2025 I buy my first investment property and I put it on Airbnb. And
Location I think is very important as well. Like your sister's home, besides you guys doing a great job with everything here, the home sells itself because you're literally 10 minutes away from the stadiums. And anytime the Eagles games or the Sixers games, or anytime there's concerts like the Taylor Swift concert, I mean, you couldn't even get a place. I mean, and you could get basically top dollar for these, when they have these events and stuff like that and all. So people will pay, and like I said, if you have a good location, your property, that's half the battle, or your property will sell itself just on location alone.
Right. And I feel like since COVID also, what's changed is people don't feel as comfortable staying at a hotel.
Sure.
Things have gotten icky, and it's, at least in a home, they know, it was just used and then it was cleaned. It's proof that it's cleaned, like you guys give that guarantee. But in a hotel, it's just...
Yeah, you see some stories, and then don't get me wrong, you do see some stories on Airbnb as well.
Right, but not on UDAS.
Not of course, no.
Right.
We're super hosts. So,
Right.
But you do see stories where, even there's so many different Airbnbs in the city that people don't even realize how many there's here. It was like during COVID, it seemed like the amount of Airbnbs that were opened up in Philly like skyrocketed.
Right.
And everybody jumped on the train. Then it kind of died out a little bit.
New laws came into place, so now...
Yeah, and and laws, stuff
Right.
like that and everything. But, being a host and stuff like that, as long as you have a good host who just doesn't sit back at his home and answers his phone and never visit. Like me, I'm in the properties, at least I try to be in the properties once or twice a week, depending on how long the people are here for. Also, your cleaners act like, your cleaners are basically very important too, because they're the ones that come in, and when they see something that's wrong, they contact me, they send me pictures. I'll submit pictures to Airbnb. Say, for example, they sit in a chair and the chair breaks.
Right.
And the chair was $100. Well, send me pictures. I'll submit it to Airbnb, and then the guest has a chance to, pay for the chair.
Oh, okay.
And then if not, then you're backed by a thing called air cover, and basically Airbnb will cover you within a certain amount of
Oh, that's good to know.
was damaged and stuff like that.
That's good to know. I didn't know that. Interesting. So you're headed to the Phillies game today?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be headed to the Phillies game. Supposed to be tailgate, a little bit of tailgating. It's only my second game all year. It's been, it's been quite a year with, the Airbnbs and stuff. Over the last year, we've skyrocketed with the amount of business that we're doing, the amount of properties that we have and stuff like that.
Well, I hope that you doing this today. Got to hit a follow for
I hope so.
Discover Deluxe. Thank you. Discover Deluxe on Instagram, correct?
That's Discover Deluxe on Instagram.
Brand spanking new.
Brand spanking new.
You got to hit a follow. It's Discover Deluxe.com.
Correct.
Right. Well, thank you so much for coming here today. It was great talking to you.
I appreciate you having me on here. Hopefully I can come back in the future and do another one of these. So
Yeah.
had a lot of fun.
I'm happy to hear that, and have a great time at the Phillies game.
Thank you. Hopefully we can we get a win.
Yes. Go Phils.
Got to put my parlays in.
Yes. Today's episode has been brought to you by Deluxe Hospitality. You can find all their information in the description. And the next time you're thinking about Airbnb, you have to give them a call. And also, if you're looking for Airbnb investment, I'm more than happy to help. So give me a call. Great. It's cut. That's a wrap on two. All right. Good job, guys. If you enjoyed this episode of Elm Street, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. I am hoping that you enjoyed it. I'm hoping you learned a lot, and that's what I'm here for. So have a great day.